sharp uptick in action on October 7th once again showcased just how phenomenal hunting can be when optimal weather is a key ingredient in cooking up a daylight sighting of a giant buck. The same evening that saw Owen Riegler tag his largest buck to date, 127 miles to the northeast, Mike Reed is also bow hunting, implementing a near carbon copy strategy with one stark difference. The buck he's hunting, DK, doesn't spend much time on the property.
Well, it is about 6 o'clock and we just received word that Owen has taken down the Loch Ness Monster. I could not be more pumped for him. October 7th. Had an encounter with him last night. Apparently, I hadn't heard about it yet. We're planning on doing a podcast, and we just got the text that apparently he came out again tonight and he's down. So much anticipation on that deer, and to have him down this early in the year is just, I'm super pumped for Owen. Can't overstate the power of a early October cold front. Man, 200-inch monster. Pretty awesome.
The following day, Mike moves to a different part of the property, trying to relocate a should-be giant.
The home camera's right here, isn't it? There's one buck I'm trying to find back right now. Buck we call Pincher. Got pictures of him the first year I bought the farm, I would say. Just a little young deer. I think it might have been 2, could have been 3, but lots of splits. And then the next year, Ryan and I filmed them early. We filmed them on the beans late season. Last year we had him on the feeder in the summer, and we had him on the farm some, but October he disappeared. Now I tried to grow corn here last year and ran out of food kind of early, and so he shifted off the property. And then I filmed him in velvet in one of the big ag fields right near here. So I know he's alive, but this is probably the least he's ever been on the property this year compared to the other 3 previous years of history with him. And I don't have a lot of cameras down on this end of the farm. There's good oak trees here where we are now, and so today I'm just basically putting out 3 or 4 cameras, seeing if we can pick him up, because I believe he's a buck that I'd be, excited to chase. So see if we can't find him. Unfortunately, some of the ones I'm most interested in are just on the edge of the property. Unlike last year, they both were in the center of the property. Gave you lots of flexibility for hunting. But anyway, Pincher. We're gonna get these 3 cameras out and hopefully get some pictures of him.
The task of setting up concealed observation throughout the river farm progresses well into the evening, and with only a few hours left, Mike and Rye decide to make a quick hunt and head to the infamous South Plot.
There are bucks fighting in the food plot. Whatever, we knew this was gonna happen. It's not a big deal. Well, it is Sunday, October 8th. Turned out to be a nice afternoon. The high today was about 70, and it's about 65 degrees now. There's been a lot of deer using this plot, and I need to take some does out, so if we get an opportunity, I'll probably take a couple does. We're not completely out of DK's range. I would say we're on the edge of it. And he hasn't been down here yet this year, but you never know. We can see a long ways too, which is kind of fun. We got acorns right here on the edge of this plot, and then we planted brassicas. But then the deer just hammer this because it butts right up against the bedding area. And so then we came and overseeded some oats and rye. We have just about an hour and a half left to go. We got in here a little bit late, 30 minutes ago or so. Just getting some different cameras deployed. I tried to get a few more cameras out on the edge of the property where DK is, just trying to nail down any kind of pattern I can. And then on the very far south end of the property, deployed a few more cameras in an area that didn't have many. There's one buck in particular I'm interested in, so we'll see if we can locate that deer and potentially hunt him. When we're not hunting DK, that'd be pretty cool. We'll see how the evening goes. You ready, Rye?
I am ready.
That's good, buddy. Let's make it happen. I want to draw some blood.
I do too. Let's go.
I just saw her go down. She was at 26. And I had my pin at 20. They're so on edge. Feels good to get the first deer of the year down with the bow. We really need to take a lot of does off of this farm. And we did a good job last year. I think we got close to 15. But that's number one for this year. This raccoon won't stop making noise. He lost his mama. But the deer moved well tonight. They moved early. We got in here late, but there was deer movement all evening. We could see them moving out in the willows, and it was definitely a nice evening. So we're gonna get packed up, get down, get her recovered, and get out of here.
The following day, 116 miles to the southwest of the river farm, Justin Carnes and Drake Lamb are preparing to make a highly anticipated hunt.
We got a big mature buck we were in here after 2 nights ago, big kicker 9 we're calling him. He decided to walk by a blind at 8:30 this morning. So we didn't have a choice but to slip back down here. It's October 9th. It's gonna heat up here just a little bit. We got some rain coming later in the week, and we'll just biding our time, waiting on them perfect winds, and we got one tonight, so we're gonna go give him a shot here.
I'm a horrible hunter. I don't have nothing to say. I couldn't get a squirrel.
Just on the other side of this draw we're on right now. You can see some of the mulch through here. This was cedars that was totally impenetrable for probably 40 or 60 acres in total. We went through it last year. I spent a couple days on the mulcher just clearing it out so the deer could use this a lot more and be able to move freely through there. You can see right through there some of the mulch we got into. We're getting ready to slip up kind of the tip of this fence line. In front of us gonna be a bunch of kind of timber bedding, some natives to both sides, and we've got braskets right in front of us. Should be a good set tonight. expected to see just stepped out of the field. He actually walked pretty much straight downwind and right across the track we took to get in. But this deer's a deer that's 5 years old. Whew. He looks awfully good out there, but as soon as he stepped out, these does were kind of downwind from us, were blowing it just off wind, and they were trying to get us. And now that he's in the field, they're just as calm as can be, so hopefully that was our saving grace. This other deer we're after steps out.
A perfect finish to the month's first major cold front event. Justin and Drake watched as the giant buck lumbers away and their hunt ends. The following day, Kaleb Greiner trades the rolling landscapes of southern Iowa for the open country that 3 different world-class bucks call home. Much like Mike, Kaleb wastes no opportunity to piece together the next part of the puzzle and spends midday speed scouting.
We just got settled in. We made a little nest next to a couple hackberries and a cherry tree. I'm thinking that we've got people picking corn, people cutting beans all around us right now. And this is one of the farms that isn't being touched right now, so these deer might be in here a little bit. I don't know if we're in the best spot. I'd like to be closer to the corn, but there's just not good cover up there for us. And I'm pretty eager to see if there's anything bedded in here. I believe in the first few weeks, at least the first 3 weeks of October, you gotta be within 150 to 200 yards, maybe a little bit more, give or take. You gotta be pretty tight to where they're bend if you want to get some daylight action. So, with any luck, something comes out.
Scanning the tall grasses for movement, Kaleb tucks in the tree line with excitement. 20 miles to the southeast of Kaleb, Mike Reed is also hunting, getting mobile and taking a calculated shot on his top buck.
We're all set up. A tough hanging hunt. The tree's got a lot of branches, some of them are rotten. We took our time, and I really like our setup. Got a northwest wind. Got this little clover plot tucked up against the corn. He's daylighted here last night and then 2 weeks ago. Seems to be where he likes to come out if he's going to. We've had one fawn come under us. We have another fawn coming out of the corn. About an hour and 15 minutes to go. We'll see if he shows up.
We gotta love those high anticipation hunts. I mean, the entire time we're sitting there on pins and needles just waiting for him to step out at any minute. With him there last night with 10 minutes to go, it was like, man, as the minutes were ticking by, I thought for sure he was gonna step out. But anyway, beautiful evening. I'm heading out of town to Utah for my brother's wedding, so I won't be back out here probably till at least next Monday. Excited to be able to make another hunt for him, and we'll continue to strategize.
Little did Mike know just how close he was to being correct on the bold move. Only 150 yards away from his stand, DK walked by the recently placed cuttyback tracks. Looking ahead, Mike will have to wait to resume the chase as soon as he returns from the celebrations in Utah. Much like Mike's evening, Kaleb Greiner was on pins and needles, waiting for OG or by some stroke of luck, lucky to materialize out of the prime bedding in front of him. Par for the course, the two ghosts remained elusive. The following day, light rain sombers the mood, and news rings in that ranks at the very top of what Kaleb was hoping not to hear. The brutal heat wave that struck through the end of September and the first few days of October appears to have caught up with the local deer herd. Fielding a call from close friend Steve, who's hunting the giant buck known as Guards only 10 minutes away, the news is delivered. EHD has struck the property. The hopeful expectation to relocate the 3 giant bucks that has fueled his scouting efforts in the open country quickly converts into gut-wrenching fear. On the afternoon of October 12th, the rain clears and Kaleb returns to the Lucky Farm, where he hunted 2 days prior, and sets out to scour every inch.
It's a dead deer.
Yeah.
There's gotta be a dead deer in there, right?
Yeah.
Am I tripping?
No, it smells good.
Oh my god. It's one of them. I think it's OG. Steve found 2 dead deer yesterday. He spotted some from the road, and I was wondering, like, man, maybe he might have died. Yeah, this is OG. And he just showed up daylight the other day on camera. I've never fought EHD around this area, but that's a world-class whitetail right there. We're gonna have to walk the whole creek now. Lucky could be dead. Dang, dude, this animal lived till 9.5 years old. He was the first mature deer that I had on this farm, and I was pretty eager to chase him this year. It's just sad how Mother Nature works, you know. So we're in here on the Lucky Farm moving cameras around. Was hoping to get a read on these deer just because nothing's been showing up, and it's just making me sick to my stomach to think that EHD could have taken over and ruined the hunting season this year. I mean, look at the mess on this deer, dude.
The discovery of OG prompts Kaleb to push forward on the property, and the situation only gets worse.
What is that, 4 or 5?
4.
This one just died, dude.
We're just finishing up the day, and overall not really what I expected when I woke up this morning. You know, we were just going in there to move cameras for these deer that we've been putting all this time into. Nonetheless, we've got some intel. There's still some good deer in the area. Man, it's just a kick down low, really. I was looking forward to hunting that OG deer, and it's just crazy. 9.5 years that this deer made it through in Mother Nature, and something like that took him out. So it stings, man.
The following day, Kaleb makes the choice to walk every permission farm he has, and the situation is clear. EHD has affected the county at levels never before seen.
Velvet's still on his antlers, actually.
That's a 4-year-old. You know which one that is? That's it's a buck you and I kicked up when we came in here.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say that's it looked like a good deer. I just turned really quick away because I wanted to get you.
I mean, it's hitting everywhere.
Yeah.
15 miles to the west of Lucky Farm. Checking the farms, moving cameras. We're smelling the deer and we're finding them. Not fun.
At his lowest point yet this season, Kaleb regroups and turns all attention to hunting with Steve. Though located in the bullseye of the affected area, all signs point to the buck known as Guards being alive, for now. The following day, October 14th, all outlooks are reinvigorated with the second major cold front blowing through Iowa and the arrival of the early muzzleloader season. With its introduction, many team members enter this story, setting the stage for a highly anticipated evening of action.
It's just good to be out here early muzzleloader. I've never really hunted early muzzleloader before. It's kind of cool knowing what deer you have around. Patted them a little bit, and we've had a lot of time watching this one, that's for sure. Hopefully he'll come out this way today. At least we'll get a glimpse or figure out where he's at. So hard to know where to go.
Tornado kind of changed things up for you, didn't it?
Tornado changed a lot. Yeah, I'm lucky that there wasn't a lot more damage done in the timber. I thought it would be just flattened when I got out here, but I had 3 acres of evergreens that were flattened. But I lost a couple big oak trees in here. The rest wasn't too bad. I'll be dragging steel out of the trees for a long time.
Hopefully he steps out.
Yeah, that would be good. At least we get a glimpse of him and figure out what he's doing.
50 miles to the west of where Steve and Kaleb await the Drop Tine Giants' appearance, I'm heading to the Big Bird Farm with Drop Tine aspirations of my own. Well, haven't been out in the woods for quite a few days now. We are all the way to October 14th. I am sure most of the team is already set up in their trees. I know Gavin's out tonight. I know Kaleb is with Steve hunting that Guards deer. I know Ryan and Shay are together. I think Mike's still on vacation and Owen's taking a few days off after shooting Loch Ness. So a lot of teams out. Everybody is excited for this cold front that's coming through. And more importantly, with this cold front, we got some super big pressure changes for the better. It's supposed to be rising all night. We've had a shift from a southerly wind yesterday to westerly to now today northerly and stiff. Got photos of that drop time last night right there by that bale blind. I had put a camera up there with Alex and we noticed a scrape had opened up, so had some bucks working it. Boom, there he is last night. And I'm hoping that with the rain we've had off and on today, he's gonna want to go back, freshen that up, go get a drink, and then go about his business. But it's like watching paint dry. You know, at maximum, I think we'll see 1 or 2 deer, but if we see the right one, it's all that matters. This buck's there, we got the conditions, we'll see if the plan comes together. As I continue to trek my way east, 204 miles to the south in northern Missouri, Tyler Bellman is bow in hand, headed in after a great buck he has history with known as Prince.
It's the evening of October the 14th, and Justin and I are back up here on the partnership farm, back after Prince. He was in here 2 days ago in the evening, just to the west of here, and we've actually made a little bit more of an aggressive move. There's some weather that's coming through, and as we speak, it's kind of working its way out. And we figured we better get a little bit closer to bedding. The wind was in our face on the way in. We got in very clean, and actually there's 3 deer that are bedded out in the field. As soon as we got in the redneck, I looked out the window and they were laying out there. So a little bit more of an aggressive move. We have the weather. Temperatures obviously are cooling off here in the Midwest, but we're in. It feels good.
All right, well here it is. October 14th, Saturday. Cold front come through. We have a north wind tonight, which sets up mediocre for where we're going, which is that hay bale blind. But I had the drop time daylight last night, 7:03. So you're talking, I think, a minute before legal shooting time. And so I'm hoping that this high pressure today rising, north wind, hopefully this is gonna be the day that I can get him the daylight in front of us. It'd be awesome if he's on the scrape, walks right down that pond dam. How it sets up tonight, our wind's gonna blow, obviously, directly from the north. Where he's gonna come out is from the south. However, I think we've got a 20-yard gap where he's gonna come out and then walk straight up. Technically, it's a great win for him. He can then walk the pond dam with the wind in his face the entire time, and we will see if it works. But feels good out, we got the plan. See if we can finally make it work. That same evening, 65 miles to the east of Ty and I, great friend Collins Marine and son Cooper are also hitting the woods.
Welcome back to Midwest Whitetail. It is the afternoon of October 14th, and as you can see, we're dressed in orange. Cooper has a youth tag left, which is good for buck or doe, but we're after a buck tonight, and it is early muzzleloader season here in Iowa, so we're taking advantage of this cold front and getting out. We're back down on the river bottom farm, overlooking some turnips, radishes, and a bunch of rye that I've overseeded in here, and then we've also got some standing beans, but those are still fenced off. So this historically has been a really good plot for this time of the year. It seems like when I sit this early muzzleloader, I always have encounter with a nice mature buck, so hopefully tonight one of them will visit the plot and give Cooper an opportunity. I'm excited. What do you think, buddy? Is it gonna be a fun night? Yep. Yeah. Well, we're gonna get set back, and hopefully the deer keep moving well, and we can get one put on the ground. Here we go. Good sound. Get some scrapes. Can you see him? Yeah. Well, that wire is here. Okay. And backwards. Just hang on. This might be your chance. He's big, boy. He's deep. The other one's coming too. We're not gonna shoot him yet, okay? I will. Not yet. Which one are you gonna shoot? The front. The front. Okay, not yet. Just walk into the right. We'll just let him stop. That's the one I want to shoot. Yep, just get on him, but don't shoot him yet, okay? Okay. We're just gonna let him stop, right? Yep. I want to say that. Just practice. He'll stop on his own. He's gonna be in front of his toes. Okay, yeah, shoot. Alright. Right on his shoulder, slowly. You smoked, buddy. Yeah. He's down. You got him. Buddy, you smoked him. Yes. That is perfect. That was the one we were in here after. Yes. Hey, give me some. Yes. How's that feel? You made a great shot. Give me some. Yes. It's pumping. I know. Great job. Well, guys, we got done celebrating here in the blind, and I still can't believe it. That's an awesome buck down here to get out, and he made a great shot. We're actually going to climb down and go check him out and get him all tagged up. So, you ready? Yeah. All right, let's go get him. You lead the way. You lead the way. Oh my goodness. What did you do? Good job, buddy. That is awesome. Nice work.
Well guys, here he is. What an awesome deer for Cooper. This is his second buck ever, and I couldn't have asked for him to do a better job. I'm glad we were in that redneck. We had a little bit of east to this north wind tonight, and being in that redneck helped us conceal that scent, and it worked to perfection. I'm so proud of this guy right here. He did awesome. This is his biggest buck ever. What do you think, buddy? What do you want to tell him?
When I shot, yeah, what my judge just said, when I shot, my heart was thumping so hard. I didn't even move.
Yeah, I know. That was awesome.
Hi. What's your deal? Don't know.
Did you kill your biggest buck ever?
Yeah.
That is exciting.
Yeah.
He must not have went very far, did he?
It was pretty much where he was, but he just walked a little bit.
My dad's calling.
Everyone's calling.
Well, it's because you did an awesome thing. I'll just tell you congratulations, and I'll get the story later, okay?
We'll give you a shot later.
All right, buddy. See ya. Good job. Bye. Well, that's a good update right there. Mr. Cooper Allen put down biggest buck to date. Looked like a really nice 8-pointer and a monster buck brassica plot there. So deer are on their feet. That is a great sign. I couldn't be happier for those guys. I mean, whether it's turkey hunting, deer hunting, you know, Colin's one of my best friends, and man, does he do everything impossible to get not only his kids involved, but he's always getting everybody involved. So that's exciting stuff. You can never beat a call like that. Hopefully, we can make our own call. While Collins and Cooper celebrate the young gun's biggest buck ever, back in northern Missouri, Tyler Bellman is still waiting for a buck to step out.
You see him over there? Yep. Well, that's good news. That's the deer we're near after. All these deer are starting to get up on their feet and funnel out just like we anticipated. And I had a lucky guess. He was bedded. He had to be bedded here close out here on the west side of the place, but we got plenty of daylight. Hopefully he feeds in here. Can you see him? No. Over the crest of the hill. That deer's framing. Yeah. Should I grunt at him? I mean, he got a hard northwest wind. I wouldn't want to. I don't know. That's your call. Just see what he does here. You really have to blast it to even do any good. Yeah. I would like to make them decoy does. There we go. He gets down in here, maybe. Just a grunt or something. Like, do you want to use? Let's see what he does after this scrape here. Snort, wheeze, or grunt. Just a little grunt, maybe. Now do it. Snort, wheeze. You did? No, should I? No, because you haven't got his attention yet. He ain't heard that grunt. Well, as much as I can beat myself up, mistakes happen. When he was coming up this, we lost him over the crown of that hill when he was coming up. I ranged a weed out here in front of me, it was at 30, and then what I thought I ranged was a grass patch over here. What happened was that the crown of the hill is what my rangefinder was picking up, and he was actually at like 42, 45 yards, somewhere in there. I put my 30-yard pin on him and shot under him, but the chase continues, As much as I can sit here and beat myself up and get mad about it, we just got to go to the drawing board. We'll let him be. He obviously knows something's up. Hopefully he settles back down in here, and as you could tell tonight, he was very comfortable. He's making his rounds around that field, making scrapes, and I can only hope that he just settles back in here and I get a second chance at him. But a beautiful buck. Hopefully we catch up to Prince soon. It's gonna hurt a little bit. It'll hurt for a while, but that's why we do it. We'll be back.
Well guys, here he is. What an awesome deer for Cooper. This is his second buck ever, and I couldn't have asked for him to do a better job.
We gotta love those high anticipation hunts. I mean, the entire time we're sitting there on pins and needles just waiting for him to step out at any minute. I'm heading out of town to Utah for my brother's wedding, so I won't be back out here probably till at least next Monday. Excited to be able to make another hunt for him, and we'll continue to strategize.
It's just making me sick to my stomach to think that EHD could have taken over and ruined the hunting season this year. I mean, look at the mass on this deer, dude. That's probably a 180-inch animal. Lucky could be dead.
I'm on the edge of my seat, nervous. I've been like that every time we've sat here, even though we see 1 to 2 deer. But we're right on the edge of where we think he's at. And with a lot of luck, he'll do it, and we'll be able to bring you a cool story.
As you could tell tonight, he was very comfortable. He's making his rounds around that field, making scrapes, and I can only hope that he just settles back in here and I get a second chance at him. But a beautiful buck. It's gonna hurt a little bit. It'll hurt for a while, but that's why we do it. We'll be back.
In the past, the middle of October has been referred to as a lull where setting out to fill a buck tag was both fruitless and full of risk. Bucks may be active, but they are nocturnal beasts roaming the woods we hunt under the cover of darkness, biding their time until the rut arrives. The past week our team just experienced would indicate different, and demonstrates that while odds are not the highest of the season, a winning formula is clear. An accessible green food source adjacent to nearby bedding, natural or enhanced, is the winning ticket when combined with powerful cold fronts. If you can create it, they will come, and an opportunity may await you. If this isn't possible where you hunt, have no fear. Change is afoot in the whitetail woods, and with each passing day, more strategies enter the fold for the deer hunter to utilize. Evident though by the events experienced by Kaleb Greiner, we're reminded that to put our plans into practice, a buck must be there. And at the end of the day, Mother Nature is unforgiving, paying no mind to the effort that might have been put in. A roller coaster full of highs and lows, this is the very ride we all signed up for when our golden tickets were issued. Nothing to gain lies in dwelling on yesterday, and all eyes remain fixated on the guarantee in front of us. The best is still yet to come. With the tremendous weather forecast ahead, everyone is on the edge of their seats with no desire to wish the time to pass. It's a rare occasion for us to feel this way, but at this moment, we're content with the wait, savoring the anticipation until the time comes for chasing November.